Most developers are not losing to AI. They're losing to the wrong AI for the job. You pick a tool like a team jersey, then you burn the week. This is not a spec sheet cage match. Claude versus Codex is two philosophies of coding help, and philosophy changes how you plan work, how you review diffs, and how much autonomy you hand to a machine. If you skip that framing, you will keep arguing about vibes instead of workflows. Architect versus executor. Claude-shaped workflows want you in the loop, while the model stress tests assumptions. Codex-shaped workflows want a bounded mission completed while you context switch. Neither is lazy. They are tuned for different kinds of risk. Here is the hook. If you use Claude like Codex, if you machine gun one-liners and demand instant diffs, you will feel it is slow. You are not measuring intelligence. You are measuring impatience against a system that is trying to think. It feels slow because you asked a depth-first engine to behave like sprint-first autocomplete. You bought reasoning tokens, then acted surprised when the bill showed up as seconds instead of milliseconds. Flip it. If you use Codex like Claude, if you paste a 10-page architecture novella and expect a seminar, you will feel it is dumb. You asked an execution stack to host a design review it never promised. It is not useless, it is mismatched. Execution-first systems compress the path to a patch. When you needed dialectic, you got diff hunks. That feels like the model failed you, but the failure mode is the prompt shape, not the universe. So stop asking which one wins on Twitter. Ask which one matches your workflow this week. How you review, what you ship, and how much unsupervised change your repo can absorb without drama. Claude class tools reward human-in-the-loop rhythm. Propose, critique, revise. That is closer to pair programming with breaks, right when a bad merge would cost you real money or real customers. Codex class agents reward handoff. You define boundaries, it executes the chain, terminal, browser, files, while you go to stand up. That is execution culture. Momentum over monologue. Depth is not moral superiority, it is trade space. Claude-shaped flows spend time where bugs hide. Invariants, edge cases, naming, and test plans that do not show up as one glamorous green line. Codex-shaped flows compress wall clock, parallel tool calls, batch edits, PR-shaped output. In practice, that can feel roughly twice as snappy for small repetitive edits, still depends on repo size and prompt hygiene. Real devs reach for Claude-shaped assistance when the hard part is understanding. Stack traces that lie, refactors that touch invariants, architecture arguments that need receipts, not vibes. Real devs reach for Codex-shaped agents when the hard part is volume, CRUD scaffolds, repetitive refactors, migration sweeps, work where consistency beats poetry. Execution model. Claude workflows often anchor on your actual machine, real paths, local env files, the flaky integration only your laptop reproduces. That matters when the bug is environmental theater. Codex workflows often run in an isolated cloud workspace, clean, resettable, parallelizable, and sometimes blind to the weird VPN-only service your laptop can reach. Different contract with reality, not a downgrade by default. Agents are the new line item. Autonomous chains, read repo, run tests, patch, open PR, without you babysitting every keystroke. That is Codex-shaped momentum. They can operate apps, click paths, forms, smoke flows, bounded automation. It looks like an intern with credentials, which is exactly why boundaries matter. Sessions that resume. Pick up a thread after a meeting, chase a checklist overnight. Execution culture. Ship the thread, not the soliloquy. Claude class models push long reasoning. Big context slices, revisiting assumptions, where serious refactors stop being vibes and start being accountable. They also push verification, explicit gates. Did we answer the ticket? Did tests pass locally? Boring until it prevents a Friday incident. Architecture mode. Stabilize the map before you move dirt. That is how you reduce unknown surface area, especially across modules you did not write. Execution mode. Staged pipeline, fast forward, patch loop. If your team never names which mode you are in, you argue taste while shipping risk. In a real week, you toggle modes constantly: hotfix, refactor, prototype, migration. Strong engineers are boring. They match tool to task, then they log off. Insight: the future is probably not one model to rule them all. It is a stack, because no single objective function matches every ticket in your backlog. Claude for thinking: design reviews that cite invariants, root cause write-ups, careful refactors. Engineering pros, not motivational posters. Codex for execution: batch edits, agents, scaffolding loops, when speed and coverage beat nuance, and your tests are the judge. Pick wrong and you do not lose a tweet, you lose evenings. Rework shows up as reopened PRs, flaky patches, and meetings that exist because nobody wrote the decision down. Simple matrix: misunderstanding risk favors depth-first interactive work. Throughput risk favors autonomous execution. Both risks? Split into 2 tickets seriously. Orchestrate both. Thinking pass then execution pass, or the reverse for prototypes. Sequencing beats tribalism. Homework: audit last week honestly. Count comprehension-heavy tasks versus execution-heavy tasks. Your calendar already knows. Label the buckets and stop gaslighting yourself. Monday returns with the same repo, CI, and customers. The win is not picking a champion. It is ending self-sabotage. Match philosophy to work, then ship.